Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts Star Wars Captain Phasma figure. So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Captain Phasma, and this piece is looking very nice, way better than the Black Series one. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the scale, but she's actually in good scale. She's the same height as Kylo Ren, and the actor and the actress seem to be the same height. And I remember the First Order Stormtroopers were all different heights in the movie. So the scale isn't bothering me. I know it's bothering some people. But anyway, let's get into this review and start off with the packaging for Captain Phasma. So Captain Phasma comes in the basic SH Figuarts The Force Awakens packaging, just like Kylo Ren and the First Order Stormtroopers. We get black and red for the main colors of the box. On the top right says, from the new film Star Wars The Force Awakens. We got the window right there showing the figure and the accessories with a red coloring in the background. It says Star Wars SH Figuarts in gold, Captain Phasma, Tamashii Nation's Bandai. The bottom of it is the stuff I cannot read, and then the top of it says SH Figuarts Star Wars The Force Awakens Captain Phasma with a nice red streak going along right there. And then the side of it right there says the same thing. We get that nice red streak again. And then the other side of it says the same thing as well, and then we get a nice image of the figure. And then the back of the packaging shows a bunch of different poses you can get Captain Phasma into along with her accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at Captain Phasma. Alrighty, so taking a closer detailed look at Captain Phasma, Tamashii Nations did a very nice job on this piece. The helmet looks awesome. The sculpt and the paint, just very well done. We get glossy black around the eye pieces. This is more of like a flat black, and that's like all like sculpted lines in there. They did a very nice job with it. And we get those sculpted lines on the top. I just have a little bit of like, looks like paint rub up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think my camera's picking it up. I have like a black dot there, but I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, the sculpt of the helmet just looks awesome. Same with the paint. Very nice job by Tamashii Nations just on the helmet. And we get like some paint shading just on that part. And then over on this side as well. It looks pretty cool though. Her cape looks great. I like the sculpt of it. We get like, I don't know if those are pouches or something. And then we get the strap over here that connects from this side of the cape to that side. And then we do get the red for the lining right there. That looks pretty cool. The cape looks awesome, the helmet looks awesome, and then the rest of her armor just looks freaking badass. The paint is nice and clean throughout the entire figure, and the sculpt looks great. Very similar to the First Order Stormtrooper. The chest looks fine, around the midsection looks good, nice sculpt work and paint. The back of the figure, looking pretty good. And we get like these pouches around here, and they are on individual hinges, just like the First Order Stormtrooper, so that's cool. The shoulder armor piece looks pretty cool. I like the way this is sculpted around the forearm. I think that looks awesome. The hands look really dope. And for the legs here, nice sculpt work on that piece. I mean, I really don't see any paint issues, and the sculpt is just very well done throughout the entire figure. I like the way that is, how they made that like a little darker of a silver color, like threw some black in it. The back of her legs. And then her feet. They're pretty cool. It's a great figure. I like it a lot better than the Black Series Captain Phasma. But I'm curious to see how the Mafex Captain Phasma will turn out. That might even be better than this one. But this one, overall, the detail is very well done. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories for Captain Phasma. She doesn't come with a whole bunch, but we do get some pretty cool things included with this piece. We get her blaster gun, of course, a few interchangeable hands, and her left shoulder pad comes separately in the packaging instead of on the figure, which I found odd because I have her wearing it now, and it looks perfectly fine with her cape on. So I don't know why Tamashii Nations packaged it separately. but it is a pain in the ass to put on. But anyway, she does come with 6 interchangeable hands. We get a pair of fists, and I really love the way these are sculpted and painted. Tamashii Nations did an awesome job with it, and I didn't pick up on this in the movie, but she has like spikes on her knuckles, so when she punches somebody, she's going to be doing some damage. And that looks awesome. Nice sculpt and paint on both these hands here. So they did a nice job with those. We get a pair of fists, and then we get a pair of open hands right here, which are sculpted and painted very well also. I mean, they look like real metal, real chrome to me. And then we get these spikes on the knuckles. I mean, nice work by Tamashii Nations, jeez. And then the last set of hands we get is a left gripping hand to grip onto her gun. Nice sculpt and paint on them. And then the right hand is a trigger finger hand. Nice sculpt and paint as well. So Tamashii Nations did a very good job with the interchangeable hands. And then we also get, and like I said before, we do get the left shoulder pad or shoulder armor. And it looks fine with the cape on. So I don't know why Tamashii Nations didn't just have it on the figure straight out of the packaging instead of making it like a separate accessory, because let me tell you right now, it is a pain in the ass to get this shoulder pad on that tiny ball joint. When I first tried to do it, the whole thing popped off. So the hinge wasn't connected to the arm. I just took the shoulder pad and connected it to this piece, and then I connected the hinge back onto the arm, and it was a lot more simple doing it that way. So maybe try to do it that way instead, because I don't want it to break on you guys or anything, or you just getting pissed off trying to get the piece on. And like I said, I don't know why they didn't just leave it on the figure, because the cape looks fine with the left shoulder pad on. But you do get that accessory, and then you also get her badass blaster gun. And this thing is detailed the hell out. Tamashii Nations did a very nice job with the paint and sculpt. And the color of it is a gray, and then this isn't silver. It's like a very light gold, and the paint is metallic, so that looks pretty cool. Just all the little paint detail and sculpt detail just looks great on this gun. And the other side of it, pretty awesome. And then just like the First Order Stormtroopers, this piece is on a hinge, so you can hinge it out and then back up. So that's pretty cool. Definitely my favorite accessory with Captain Phasma. But anyway, that is all the accessories with Captain Phasma. Let's continue on. And now for the height of the Captain, and this is an issue a lot of people have with the figure. I'm personally fine with it, but she stands about 6 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall, and then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Kylo Ren figure and the SH Figuarts First Order Stormtrooper figure, and then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi figure and the SH Figuarts Darth Maul figure, and then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker figure and the Mafex Darth Vader figure. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons, so let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for Captain Phasma's articulation. If you have the First Order Stormtrooper, very similar with articulation. She does have a point at the lower neck and the upper neck, so the upper neck can look up a decent amount and look pretty much all the way down. Then we get some very nice pivot at the upper neck and then swivel. The lower neck does go forward and back. It does pivot and it does swivel as well, so nice movement at the lower and upper neck there. We do get a diaphragm joint that goes forward about that much, but you get a ugly gap back there, so be careful of that. And then it does go back a decent amount, but you do get another ugly gap there, so you can't go too far forward or back. We do get some nice pivot, but we also get some ugly gappage there as well, so be careful of that. And then it does swivel a little bit up there. Then we get some waist articulation, goes forward and back. Pivots just a little bit, and it does swivel, so nice movement at the torso and the waist. Now these shoulder pads, they are on double hinges and a ball joint. This shoulder pad is connected to the ball joint, and there's one hinge and then a hinge on the arm right there. So you get some very nice movement just with that shoulder pad, so it doesn't hinder like arm articulation, so that's cool. We do get a nice shoulder joint in there where you can move it all around. And then the shoulders go up a little bit more than 90 degrees, so that's good. They do go up and down. We do get bicep swivel. We get double jointed elbows that bend in a really good amount. We do get a forearm swivel, a swivel at the wrist, and it's also on a hinge. So nice movement at the arm and the wrist there. Now, around the belt we have 4 individual pieces. I don't know what these are, but these are pouches. So they're on hinges, so it doesn't hinder leg articulation, so that's cool, just like the First Order Stormtrooper. And the legs kick forward about 90 degrees, so that's good. They go to the back just a little bit. Then they kick out to the side about 90 degrees, so that's good. Then we do get upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees that bend back a decent amount. Now for the ankles, not the best with the swivel, because they do get hindered by this piece and this piece on the side, so that kind of sucks. They go down just a little bit, that kind of sucks. They go up a little bit better, but it does get hindered by this lower leg piece, so that kind of does suck. But we do get some very nice ankle pivot, and then we get some toe articulation. So overall, we do get some very nice movement throughout this entire Captain Phasma figure, and I am happy with it because I was satisfied with the First Order Stormtrooper articulation. But overall, I do recommend the SH Figuarts Captain Phasma to any Star Wars fan if you love The Force Awakens, or if she's one of your favorite characters, which I highly doubt, but Tamashii Nations did a phenomenal job with this piece. I'm very satisfied and happy with it. I know a lot of people aren't too happy about the scale, but truthfully, she fits in great scale with the other SH Figuarts Force Awakens figures. Personally, I'm fine with the scale. I know a lot of people aren't. Plus, I think this is the best 6-inch scale Captain Phasma that is around right now. The Black Series one is way too tall and bulky, while this one, it looks like a chick is wearing armor. So that's another reason why I like the Figuarts one a lot more. And I know Mafex is releasing their version of Captain Phasma this December, so you can hold off and wait for that one, because she's going to have a cloth cape, which is always a plus for me. And her armor looks exactly like chrome. You could probably see your own reflection in it. Tamashii Nations did a great job with this figure, don't get me wrong, but I think Mafex captured the chrome look a lot better. I mean, overall, this is a great piece, and it's going to be an excellent addition to your collection, so I do recommend it 100%. The accessories are cool, we just don't get a bunch of stuff. We do get her blaster guns, so that's cool. That's my favorite accessory. And then we do get 6 interchangeable hands. That's always a plus for me. And one thing I found a bit odd, and it is a minor gripe I have, is we get her left shoulder pad or shoulder armor separately in the packaging instead of on the figure. So I found that kind of odd that Tamashii Nations did that. Still not 100% sure why, but it is a pain in the ass to put on the figure, and I feel like you're going to risk breaking that piece while you're trying to peg it into the ball joint right there. So that's a minor gripe I have. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the accessories. The articulation, in my opinion, I think is fine. I thought it was great on the First Order Stormtrooper, and it's pretty much the exact same type of movement you get with this Captain Phasma, so I'm happy with the articulation. They did an awesome job with the detail. Yeah, it's not perfectly chrome-like, but they captured it enough where it's passable. Plus, I really dig the metallic silver paint that they use. And the paint is nice and clean throughout the entire figure, so I'm very happy with that. I just have a little bit of paint smudging on the top of the helmet, but it's so minor, it's not that big of a deal. And the sculpt was executed very well. I think the cape looks great, nice sculpt work on it. The armor just looks badass, and her helmet is probably my favorite part about this figure. The sculpt work on that was just very well done. My favorite parts is definitely the helmet and the cape, but I am very satisfied with the detail on this figure. And if you would like to get the SH Figuarts Captain Phasma for your collection, she does cost between 50 through 70 bucks depending on where you purchase her. I got mine from agelessgeeks.com, so if you would like to get yours, you could head over to that website today, or you could join the Ageless Geeks Facebook group. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Star Wars Captain Phasma figure. Hope you enjoyed my review, and I just wanted to remind everybody I am having my 2,500 subscriber giveaway contest going on right now through March 25th. So if you would like to enter, I will put the link in the description, and you can win a brand new SH Figuarts Premium Color Edition trunks. And if you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and favorite the video too. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. box. We got the window right there showing the figure and the accessory. On the top right it says, from the new film Star Wars The Force Awakens. We get the it's a cool figure. It's definitely a great Captain Phasma figure. And so, whoops, her head does have point. What the hell? Tamashii Nation. Was that a piece of hair? What the fuck? Her badass blaster gun. And man, this Dean. What, Dean? Figure and the Mayfex. I almost called it an Ace. What the fuck?